Merry meet and welcome to the General Tarot reading for all signs for today, the 14th of April 2024. Moderating today on YouTube is the lovely Shirley and the lovely Honey Paw. I should say are the lovely Shirley and the lovely Honey Paw. And on Twitch is the lovely Dre. Thank you so much, moderators, and thank you to everybody for joining us today for this tarot reading for all signs. If you're watching on a restream on YouTube and you don't feel like watching the shuffling, you can use those timestamps to get right to the reading. Today I'm reading with this Old English Tarot. Let's purify with this Vervain by 4711. Unfortunately, this is not available yet in the States. I don't know when they're going to get this out here, but I did put a link for the regular 4711 along with a link to purchase this deck right in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel. So happy to be here with you. If you're watching us on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're on Twitch, please make sure you follow us on Twitch, and you can watch on Twitch without any ads when you subscribe to us there. Excuse me, this does go out to a lot of people, so if for some reason it doesn't seem like it applies to you, just disregard it. It may not be meant for you. In that case, you may want to check out the zodiacal readings for your zodiacal signs, sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. All of the restreams for each of those zodiacal readings are available on the website, arielscorner.com. arielscorner.com. Just click on the free online tarot readings link in the main menu. If you are watching us on, I've already told you that, never mind. We do have a shop at arielscornershop.com, arielscornershop.com, and that's a bunch of affiliate links right now. And that means we make a small commission off of each and every sale. It's an easy way to give our channel some support. Do stay tuned for a new shop that should be coming out within the next month or so. If you'd like to give us a donation, you can do that by going to paypal.me/arielgatoga, paypal.me/arielgatoga, or on YouTube you could use a super sticker, super chat, or super thanks if you feel like giving a donation. We appreciate your support, and we appreciate you. So glad that you're here with me today. I'm going to give this deck a nice clean cut. Let's do one more shuffle for good measure, and we'll see what's in the cards for everybody. Today, the 14th of April, 2024. What's going on? Oh, nice things going on. Party, celebration. We've got a helper here, this Knight of Wands, and then we've got this Page of Coins, which is good financial news. Overall, it's a beautiful base reading. Seems like there's been reason to celebrate. I hope you've been celebrating if that's the case. Sometimes you can reverse engineer things and celebrate, and then the reasons come. So it's good to celebrate. It's good to celebrate your wins, even if they don't seem like they're fully formed yet, which is sometimes the case with the 3, because the 3s are Saturn, and they are slow-moving but long-lasting. So you know, the more you rejoice in what is happening, the more you are encouraging that to continue. So rejoicing is definitely a theme for the day. If you're not capable of rejoicing, then it's harder for you to be able to generate the energy that you need to manifest the desires that you have. So really consider that joy is more than just a nice thing. It's more than just fun. It's actually a practical tool. I just dropped some cards. Hang on. It's a practical tool to engender more success. This Knight of Wands is saying that there's a lot of help available to you. It's good help. And it's help in regards to your work, usually, or some kind of creativity, career, business, job. And the help can sometimes come in the form of a person. So this might be a recruiter or something like that. But it frequently comes in the form of inspiration and leads and hits and omens and things like that. So whatever it is that you have questions about or need help with in regards to your work in the world or your creative pursuits, it's available right now. And sometimes we can't see the forest for the trees, and this is another reason to start the rejoicing. The rejoicing tends to make visible that which was invisible in regards to that help which is there. Think about the Good Witch of the North at the end of the Oz movie. You've always had the ability to go home, but she couldn't see it. She couldn't see it until she learned the lessons and things like that. For us, you can't see it until you start the rejoicing, until you start the celebrating, until you start. It's more than just gratitude. Gratitude is almost a chore sometimes. Well, what are you grateful for? It's more, rejoicing is more spontaneous than that. You don't have to have a reason even to rejoice. You just rejoice because it's fun, because you want to have that party. You want to have that celebration. You want to live in joy. And if there's no reason to rejoice, so much the better. How audacious can you be rejoicing anyway? And when you do that, like I said, it tends to make visible that which was invisible. Now, this page of coins is good news, and it's good financial news. And the good financial news is there, but it may go unbidden or even unheard. You don't notice it. You don't notice the news until you have that rejoicing. So that's kind of the key of the reading so far, is to find joy, find celebration, regardless of what you think or isn't happening. And that is the catalyst for opening you up to assistance and good news. King of Swords. Oh, you see, and that's the worst thing, that the King of Swords hates that when you rejoice for no reason. In fact, that's one of the best ways to dissolve that King of Swords in your life. The King of Swords is it's that part of the personality that just doesn't care, that's always in a bad mood, that doesn't like anything or anyone, and is more interested in salting the fields than in the harvest. And it's just we've all been there. We've all been there where it's just like, I don't care. I don't care who, what, where. I just hate everybody. They can all F off, right? And the best thing to do in the face of that is to rejoice, because it short circuits the King of Swords when you rejoice. The King of Swords can't abide in the presence of joy. It just dissolves. It's gone. The Five of Wands is talking about see, you don't want to confuse the Five of Wands with the King of Swords. The Five of Wands is the need to get angry sometimes, is the need to have, this is more like wrestling with the angel, whereas this is just being a jerk. And sometimes you need to wrestle with the angel. Sometimes the angel needs to spar with you to wake you up, to get you going. So sometimes when you're upset about something and angry about something, and it's a righteous reason to be angry, that's a good thing. That's totally different than just hating everyone and everything, right? For no good reason. This is propelling you toward a healthier mindset. This Five of Wands is sometimes using anger for a good thing, whereas the King of Swords is just there to destroy for no other reason than just to destroy. The Four of Cups is here talking to you about expansion along all lines, and these two cups are working together because this is the next phase of your development. Remember, we talked about that rejoicing, that there might just be beginnings of manifestations of things in your life that are good, that might go unnoticed if you don't start that joy. But once you start that joy, then you get the help that you need, plus the resources that you need, the good financial news coming. And sometimes you get really angry that you've been putting up with this Five of Swords, whatever it happens to be, whatever, whether it's self-abuse or abuse from other people, doesn't matter. And so sometimes getting a little angry or a lot angry at what's been going on is a powerful way to move past it. But it's just a temporary condition. You're not going to stay in the anger. But if you are angry, sometimes, like I said, it helps you to move past it. Definitely helps you to move out of any kind of depression and things like that. But then that passes very rapidly. And where you're headed is the expansion of these beginnings of manifestations. And that expansion is exponential, because that's the nature of Jupiter, is to expand exponentially. So all of this assistance that you're getting, all of these resources that are coming in, start to really, it's like that grain of mustard. It just goes and goes and goes and goes, and you can't stop it. It starts to expand very rapidly today. And the way to do that is through the rejoicing, is through that joy, is that celebration, that rejoicing. It is in praise. Praise is the magic ingredient to have that expansion, to expand your good. The other thing that you're being, I don't like the word caution, because it's not really caution. The one thing that you're being encouraged, that's a good word, encouraged to do is to, if you haven't already found a spiritual discipline or spiritual practice of some sort, that it's time to establish a definite method. It's not something that you have to be tethered to for the rest of your life or anything, but for the time being, find a definite method of working in your spiritual practice. It can be meditation, it can be psalms, it can be magic, it can be prayer, it can be whatever you like. Angel magic, Wicca, it doesn't matter, as long as it's something that you can come back to again and again and again to reconnect with your inner self, to reconnect with your soul. And the more you can do that, the greater these expansive experiences are, because that's where the expansion is coming. It's coming through your soul. The Jupiter energy is working through your soul. But see, that's all magic. All magic doesn't happen to us. It happens through us. And so that's why it's so important for you to dissolve this King of Swords experience, because magic doesn't like to come through the King of Swords, because the King of Swords likes to destroy it. And it's destruction for its own sake. It's not positive destruction. It's not a catabolic kind of thing like the Tower or the Death card. This is just destruction for its own sake. This is salting the fields. This is cruelty, meanness, all of that. So whatever that is and it looks like it wants to be in your past, so that's a good place to leave it. But even still, you don't want to be subject to this anymore. So whether this is internal or it's things that are happening to you, you want to dissolve that King of Swords experience. And the way to do that, like I said, is through praise and joy and celebration and enjoying yourself and having fun. Not flippant fun, but absolute, honest, genuine joy. And that is something that you can have. You can have that, and you'll notice that it brings up everything unlike itself. So if you start to rejoice and get happy and you get angry, that's not a bad thing. That anger is temporary, because it's making you realize what you've been putting up with all this time. All this nonsense that you've been putting up with, either from yourself or from other people, or maybe a little bit of both, or a lot of both. And so sometimes getting angry at that helps you to distance yourself from it, but that's not the end goal. The end goal is this expansion. And so, like I said, a daily spiritual practice is something that you're being called on to consider having. And and nobody gets to decide that but you, what that's going to look like. Through all of that, there's a lot of assistance, and there's a lot of prosperity that is on your way, a lot of resources that are on your way. And those things are already there, but you can't see them until, like I said, you start that joy. You start that praise and gratitude. And that spiritual practice is going to help to anchor that, so that this help and these resources become more and more and more evident to you. And this King of Swords becomes something that gets turned off. All right, very good. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Shirley, Honeypaw, and Dre. We'll see everybody for another general reading on Tuesday. We're off tomorrow. Blessed be.